great. I'm like, what am I going to say? I really felt like that. I could talk all the time. I always can. But I didn't know how I would. It's their life, their words, their stuff. I didn't know. I didn't want to hack on their material, so I just let the music play. I just let it play, and then I do that now. I mean, I'll cut in, you want to hear me all day, or you want to hear the song? That's Absolutely. How I feel, too.
It's been always my way of doing things. The music's the star. Yeah. I'm the guy that presses buttons, and I'll introduce it and, whatever else. But the music's the star.
Always Absolutely. The star. Always the star. I can show up and play my whatever. So, anyways, great chatting. Let's come on back in a little bit. Miles Nixon is my guest. He's in New York, UK. I'm here in the States, in Milwaukee. The Sign of the Times. This is my buddy Rudy Z. Missy Garnett sent this song to me. He's in Nashville, and Missy is too. And this is the other fun to be able to play your friends, and present them on a big stage. I think it's a big stage. Everybody can hear them. And a nice thing, at least I try to do on my show, it sounds really good. Now, I was mentioning I got two entities, Miles. I got the Live 365, and that's some killer sound. I run a Sam Broadcast Pro for my software. So that's pretty cool stuff on the side. So let's get to that right now. Enough of me.
Cool.
Sign of the Times. We'll be right back.
A young boy takes a gun to school. He pays no mind to the golden rule. He vows to take some lives today. No one knows his simple ways. In a faraway land, a soldier cries. His 18th birthday not recognized. His hometown friends half a world away. He faces the unknown of terror today. Just another TV headline. It's a sign of the times. Just another TV headline. It's a sign of the times. We can read the writing on the wall. We can send a message, but we don't make the call. Maybe it's time we change the sign of the An old man raises his flag today, remembering the fight to preserve our way. American pride runs through his veins. Steady and strong, he's never changed. The whole world is in a panic today. I'd fight a new threat that's coming our way. While some people say we're safe and strong, and others fear we don't have long. Just another TV headline. It's a sign of the times. Just another TV headline. It's a sign of the times. Just another TV headline. It's a sign of the times. It's a sign of the times.
Oh, thank you very much. Sign of the Times, Missy. Welcome back, Miles. Welcome back to the show, bro.
Hi there.
Thanks, man. Tuning in? Am I coming in pretty good? My signal pretty strong over there?
Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean? I always think of the movie, the pirate radio one. Oh, I love that. When they're in the 60s, when they got the boat off of UK and they're jamming the stuff.
Yeah, the boat that rocked the waves.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you should mention that.
Tell me. Yeah.
I was talking earlier about my hospital radio years, where I started off. After a few years of hospital radio, the people involved in that tried to set up a community radio station in my hometown in Darlington, and we did that. But then, just before my 19th birthday, I found out about a radio ship off the coast of Israel. And I arranged to go out there and started broadcasting 24 hours a day station on the Voice of Peace, a radio ship 3 miles off the coast of Tel Aviv.
Wow, I love that. I love that,
yeah,
bro.
A pretty amazing gig. 12 million listeners, because it broadcasts to that whole side of the Mediterranean. And that was just amazing, because my lifetime ambition was to be a professional broadcaster. So to achieve it a week after my 19th birthday was just extraordinary. But it's a pretty cool gig. The Voice of Peace, obviously a really, really nice idea, although obviously things haven't turned out very peaceful since then. This is 1989. The best thing about that station, and it's a bit of a cheeky claim, let's say, but the money for that station was in part raised by Pete Seeger, Joan Baez, and John Lennon.
Congratulations. Yeah, I am. I'm just thinking of the whole time we're talking how great that is.
So that was my first full-time job of any type. And okay, it was 9 years after John Lennon unfortunately had been murdered. But in a way, my first ever full-time job, I was working for John Lennon, Pete Seeger, and Joan Baez, kind of, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, that's great karma, my friend Miles, because, these days I downloaded some Joan Baez, and I've been throwing that into my mix. I feel so much like you were describing the karma of trying to create some peace with the notes of music, what you're doing. One of the things with Pete Townsend, a big influence of my music, is he says, pure and easy. God lives in the song and the notes and the vibrations of a song. And that's what you're doing. That's what all these artists have been doing forever.
That's a lot of it, isn't it? Music unites everyone. It doesn't matter where you go in the world, what religion, or whatever. Everyone likes music. And everyone has musical talent in their countries and in their parts of the world. And it's something rather like, I guess, the biggest world sports. It's something that should unite us all and help us find common ground where we can.
It always does. I mean, when there's a song playing and everybody's together at that time, when the vibrations, and it's another deep topic, and a lot of people have talked about this. I remember Townsend was saying that music's going to replace religion. Obviously, I'm a big fan of his stuff and what he writes about, but that's what he was saying back in Lifehouse and things back in the 70s. A lot of the Who's Next foreshadow the internet, the tune the relay, all those things. We're connected spiritually through the vibrations of the sound. It's like the string theory in life through music, and that is an amazing story. And continue on. You remind me of Michael Jackson. He was a broadcaster, a British broadcaster back in the 80s. I used to listen to him all the time. That was his name, Michael Jackson, and he was great. He was on national WIND radio here in the States.
Right.
Yeah, and very much influenced. I've been a talk radio fan my whole life, so that's part of my experience why I created this show, too, to reach out to stuff like you. But, wow, what a neat experience. You were off of Israel on a boat, broadcasting peace music, Joan Baez, John Lennon, and
all kinds of...
Yeah.
We did all kinds of shows. I mean, we had lots of contemporary music, and on every album, if it was a peace song, there would be a little peace symbol next to it. But, we'd play everything. We had a classical musical show. I used to keep getting into trouble doing the classical musical show because I used to fall asleep. Unfortunately, it's very hot, and we're doing all kinds of shifts. So I used to nod off in the middle of the symphonies, and the station manager would have to bang on the window to wake me up. But we did all kinds of shows. Shabbat Sport, that was the Saturday sport program. You name it, really. I can remember playing lots and lots of Pat Boone and Frank Sinatra and the Ink Spots and, all those guys. it was a really, really good education in presenting any kind of music and just being adaptable, to the different needs as the day went on live broadcasting.
Mm-hmm. And when you were mentioning just the classical sound, I found myself through this pandemic changing up a little bit. I mean, I've taken music a little bit for myself to kind of calm myself down. You would think I've learned that a long time ago, but it's usually high octane, the Who and all that good stuff. But, oh my, let's give me some piano music to calm my spirit down a little bit. That's what I've been finding too.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I enjoy when I'm in the moment, a little bit of classical music. But as a 19-year-old, I guess it was a bit too sedate for my liking at the time.
Oh, yeah, very much so. I'll tell you what, let's play a tune right now. We'll come on back. Miles Nixon is my great guest in the UK here. I'm in the States. We're just talking radio, influences, fun, jams. Jose Ramirez right now. Here I Come as a title track. We'll be right back. Thank you.